Hello dear classmates and teachers. Today we're going to explain a little bit about what plagiarism really is. First, plagiarism is, well, any type of, well, let's say theft, or borrowing someone else's work without their permission, without citing their work, like using it as your own work. That basically is plagiarism. It's basic, simple. For example, if I have, let's say, a task from biology, and I need to, well, find information. If I take, let's say, information about this, I need to cite this book, this, well, work. If I don't do it, well, I'm stealing, or I'm plagiarized this work. So if you don't want to, well, plagiarize, please do citations. It's really easy, and we are going to explain later how to cite work. How to cite. As I already explained, it is really very, very easy. Well, there are various types of citations, like for example APA 6th edition, MLA 8th edition, Turabian, and Chicago. Those are the most common. But right now I'm going to explain a little bit about APA citation. It's really easy and simple. You just have to first write the name of the article or the title of the article. Then you write the date of which the article was written or published, and then finally you just write the URL, or basically the site from the website.
Now that my colleague explained what is plagiarism, I will be explaining 6 main ways to avoid plagiarism. The first one being paraphrasing. What is paraphrasing though? Paraphrasing simply is the rephrasing of words that mean the same thing. Like for example, Barack Obama said something and I want to say the same thing. So I will change the words, but it means the same. That's what paraphrasing means. Now the second way to prevent plagiarism is citing. Now there are certain guidelines that you must follow to prevent plagiarism. For example, using the APA format and the MLA format, like my colleague explained. Now the third main one is quoting. No one wants to be misquoted, so you use like for example, I will be quoting Napoleon. So I quote, if you cannot do great things, do small things in great ways. That's end of quote. That's what Napoleon said. The fourth way to prevent plagiarism is citing a quote. For example, saying exactly where you found the quote. In saying, like for example, you found it in this book, in this page, and in this paragraph. That's what quoting means. The fifth is citing your own material. This simply means that if I create a thesis, I will cite my own name and where I did it and where I published it. So even though it sounds strange, I have to do it. That's what citing your own material means. The sixth is referencing. Referencing simply means means where you find the information and where you get the information from. You must put it on your research paper or your thesis or anything or any work that you have done.
There's ways of plagiarism, not just essays, but as well as thesis, videos, music, art, and more. For example, thesis. There are many famous people who have plagiarized on this. For example, Martin Luther King Jr. on his thesis for graduation, he plagiarized. But the university didn't take that into account because of the national hero he had become, because he had been accused of plagiarism after his death. So they left it in the forgotten. There are many other people, as well as Johnny Cash, in his famous Folsom Prison Blues song, he had plagiarized against. Also, the famous songwriter Johnny Cash. He is accused of plagiarizing. His famous song, Folsom Prison Blues, was plagiarized the song Crescent City Blues, and even though it's more tragic, the Johnny Cash version, the similarities are very obvious. Plagiarizing is a federal crime, so it not only affects adults. If you're underage, you're also affected. We can make an example of Helen Keller. You may know her as the child who was at the age of 7 or 9 years old. She turned deaf and blind, still earned a bachelor's degree. She wrote a song at age 11 called "The Frost King." It was accused of plagiarizing the story of the Frost Fairies. As you may know, she was just 11 years old. The family didn't accept the plagiarizing, but it was obvious because they had a book of the Frost Fairies in their house. So maybe they forgot about it, but even though she was accused of plagiarizing. So you know of Johnny Cash, Martin Luther King Jr., and Helen Keller. If you're famous, you